What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because Disney Plus has uploaded the 10th episode of the final season of Star Wars The Clone Wars, and today we're taking a look at episode 10, part 2, Phantom Apprentice. I gotta tell you, I really liked how this episode started. Not only did it show us with the opening words, a Lucasfilm production, but it also shows us, yes, the Clone Wars title in red, followed by the opening words, Part 2, Phantom Apprentice, and the episode just picks up right where we left off from last week's episode without doing a recap. That just tells me that Disney really wants you to rewatch last week's episode, because normally the opening recap serves as kind of like the opening crawl for every Star Wars The Clone Wars episode, as it kind of sets you up for the episode you're currently about to watch. So by taking out the opening recap, the creators of this show really want you to rewatch last week's episode so that you're caught up with today's episode. This just confirms that these final 4 episodes were meant to be released as a 1-hour long movie. And I wouldn't be surprised if Disney Plus decides to re-release these 4 episodes as a full movie, while also including some extended and deleted scenes in it. Anyway, so this episode picks up immediately right where we left off from last week's episode, with Maul and several Red Mandos surrounding Ahsoka. And it's in this opening scene where you soon learn that Maul has been preparing for the end of the Clone Wars. And throughout the episode, we as an audience learn that Maul has been having visions and nightmares of Darth Sidious and Order 66, and has been preparing for when Sidious will take over and for when the clones will eventually betray the Jedi. More importantly, we soon learn that Maul wanted the Republic to invade Mandalore because he was hoping for both Obi-Wan and Anakin to show up, so that this could help Maul out in preventing Revenge of the Sith. Because at this point, Maul knows what Anakin will eventually become, and with their combined strength, they can beat Sidious, which would eventually leave an empty throne for Maul to take over. But because it was Ahsoka that came to Mandalore, Maul knows that the events of Revenge of the Sith are coming, and the death of the Jedi and the Republic is upon them. I'm pretty sure Palpatine is sitting in his throne room all like, I am inevitable. Also, during this episode, Obi-Wan makes an appearance via hologram, and it's in this scene that he fills in both Ahsoka and the audience on where we are at in the Clone Wars. Not only do we find out that both Anakin and Obi-Wan rescued the Chancellor, we also learn that Anakin killed Dooku and has been assigned to spy on the Chancellor. And this doesn't sit well with Ahsoka, the same way Anakin felt when he was told by the Jedi Council to spy on Palpatine. We also learn that Obi-Wan has been tasked with capturing General Grievous on Utapau, which makes me believe that he's already said his final goodbyes to Anakin, because in this scene, we see how Obi-Wan has the hood over his head, just like in Revenge of the Sith when he had the hood over his head when he was already on Utapau, just before he was about to go up against General Grievous. But before Obi-Wan leaves, he asks Ahsoka to contact Anakin so that she can tell him how she feels about the Jedi Order. And she really wants to, but she feels that it would mean a lot more coming from Obi-Wan. And with that, it is the last time Ahsoka will ever see Obi-Wan, and it looks like Obi-Wan won't get the chance to tell Anakin, because if my calculations are correct, and they usually are, then Order 66 is just around the corner. So in the third act of this episode, Maul realizes that his overall endgame is to just survive Order 66. Like a meteor hurtling towards Earth, Maul knows that the end is coming. And with his final orders, Maul turns to his Red Mandos and says, hey look, I don't want to see you guys hide and die like cowards. I want you all to go out there and die like warriors and take out as many people as you can. And with that, we see the battle that ends the Clone Wars. And by that, I mean this will probably be the last full-scale battle this show will give us. And so all hell breaks loose as we see Red Mandos clash with Blue Mandos and Stormtroopers. All the while, Ahsoka and Maul are in Maul's throne room, where Maul offers Ahsoka a chance to join him. And in a brief moment, it looks like Ahsoka will join him, because in her mind, she thinks that maybe with Maul's help, they may have a chance at beating Sidious. But once Maul mentions that Anakin will eventually become Sidious's new apprentice, the lightsabers come out, and the most baller fight of the Clone Wars begins. Watching these two throw down, it is everything the creators have been hyping us up for. I mean, the music, the choreography, the setting this fight takes place in. It is everything this series has been leading us up to. Fun fact, Ray Park, the original Darth Maul from The Phantom Menace, did the motion capture work for Maul's fight with Ahsoka. So when you're watching this episode and you're watching Darth Maul fight with Ahsoka, you really are watching the real Darth Maul fight on screen. Honestly, my heart was pounding out of my chest during that fight. And in the final moments of this episode, you hear Maul scream something like, "You do not know what is coming, you will all burn." And in this final moment, you hear the fear in Maul's words as you know that Order 66 is coming, and soon the Republic and the Jedi will be destroyed. And once the episode ended, I was literally just speechless. So overall, I really love this episode because to me, this episode serves as the highest point in this series. And I know soon our hearts are about to get ripped out once Order 66 happens in the final 2 episodes. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. That was my overall review for episode 10 of the final season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. If you like what you saw, click on the subscribe button so you can get all these updates from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.